don't normally do Sunday, Saturday, weekend posts, but I feel that I need to do this. There's been some bad juju going around about private investigators and associations and organizations and access that we have. And I don't want to just say that this is private investigators. This is for private investigators, skip tracers, process servers, and such. We get a bad rap, by fellow colleagues, by senators, things along that lines. This is going to be like one big thing. But if you're a private investigator or a process server or a skip tracer, somebody in the legal profession, and I'm putting all of us in a legal profession, you need to be proactive for yourself and for what you do. You need to join your organizations, whether they're Facebook group organizations, Yahoo group organizations, state organizations, county organizations, or whatnot. They're the ones that provide a voice for us when there's a problem. And I'm kind of combining two things into one because right now Vermont is trying to say that private investigators are scum and can't have, DMV records. We're dealing with that in a lot of states. We're dealing with that in New York. We're dealing with that in New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Vermont. A lot of places will not let you have DMV records. I've never had a problem getting DMV records because I've always followed the rules. I provide to that particular state that I'm doing the work for a letter from ABC Insurance Company or XYZ attorney. So I haven't ever had a problem. But there's people out there that are just trying to unscrupulously get information that they really shouldn't have, whether it's, running for a domestic case and then the next, somebody gets killed. And I get that. I get why they're trying to lock us down. But they're locking the bad guys down who are out there on Facebook, LinkedIn, the Yahoo groups, television, whatever, giving us all a bad name. There's a lot of unscrupulous investigators, process servers, skip tracers, asset searchers out there posting stuff that we're not allowed to legally do. And it makes us look bad because then they get caught and then everybody, then blames the good guys, like myself. Like, there's a guy that I know that's an awesome process server, Mike Kearns, like a great skip tracer like Eric Neal. They're giving us all bad names by putting stuff out there, whether it's in their association, whether it's in the Facebook group, whether it's in a news article. You need to, and I've said this before, you need to research who you're dealing with. Whether you run your own basic civil criminal search or you hire somebody else to do it for you. You need to Google them and see what kind of articles and things that they put out there and see if, I'm not saying you have to agree with my point of view or Eric's point of view or Sam's point of view or Joe's point of view. You just need to see what they're talking about. And are they really following the guidelines and the laws and the rules? I mean, there's people that are putting out their tips and tricks that are getting bashed left and right because people say, oh, that's not legal. But did they research to see if that was legal? Of course not. Myself and, a couple of my colleagues, that we work well together, we're on the right side of the law. If somebody's posting something on the wrong side of the law, I try not to comment because I don't want to get in the middle of something. But right now it's getting out of hand, whether, like I said, it's DMV records, whether it's how to circumvent a Ring doorbell, whether or not you should belong to a Facebook group or your national or state or local associations. This is getting way out of hand. We're a brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever you want to call it. We should all be working for one common goal, and we're not doing that. And I think a lot of this is also turning into old school versus new school, 21st century versus 18th century kind of stuff. We need to, work this out together, not stop bashing each other. I'm not going to use you if you start bashing other people in other groups. Whether I agree with you or not, I'm not going to use you if you start bashing any part of the profession. And again, I'm talking asset searchers, skip tracers, process servers, investigators. We're all together. I mean, I have plenty of vendors that, help me out because I am too damn busy to do it. So, we all need to stick together, stop bashing each other, stop having, being you're mightier or better than the rest of us. Work as a team. I mean, we are a team. If it wasn't for some of these people that are watching this video right now, I'd probably be screwed because there's stuff I just can't keep up with anymore. Neither can they, but they're willing to step up and help me. And, I'm not doing this to pat them on the back. I'm doing this to say, research who you're using. It's crazy what we're turning into. I mean, I've had a problem from day one being a woman in this business, and I'm used to it. I've got thick skin. So, I'm used to being, called out on everything, or say, oh my God, why are you doing this in this, the gray, you're not going on that gray side of the law. Well, shit, I don't want to lose my company. I don't want to go out of business. If I don't know something, I'm going to ask somebody that I trust. Then I'm going to ask counsel if I don't think that, I'm not sure that it's going to be legal. These stupid TV shows have us breaking into houses, hacking computers and stuff like that. For example, I can't pretext in the states I'm licensed in. Just can't. So I go to people that can. Is it legal? Of course it's legal. I just can't do it. I can still give my clients that recording and explain to them that an outside vendor did that, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. I can do, bank account searches with these little tips and tricks, so to speak. Not that I'm really doing them, but I can do bank account work based on some tips and tricks that I'm getting from people that post it. I've learned how to do additional skip tracing based on tips that other people have posted. Yes, I've been doing this since 1987. And I'm still learning every day. And I go to class to learn. And I'm in these groups to learn. Are there some idiots in these groups? Sure. Should they be kicked out? Sure. But they're not my group, so I can't kick them out. It is what it is. I just block or mute their post or hide their post on Facebook. I have a Yahoo group. I kick people out all the time that don't follow the rules. And they don't like it, but too bad. If you're interested in joining our Yahoo group, it's Tri-State Private Investigators at yahoogroups.com. And it's also now in that new Google groups. I think it's iGroups. I'm part of that. If you're interested in going into some of these great Facebook groups that are out there, I can tell you the good and the bad. If you're interested in good, sources or vendors, I can give you those. Whether it's a skip tracer, an asset searcher, a bank account searcher, I can give you good vetted people. I'm only going to associate with the good. I'm not going to associate with the bad. So if you want me to go on the wrong side, go to another company. My team and my staff, are knowledgeable in what we do, and what I can't do, I bring in the best. That being said, I'm going to get off my rant because I'm tired of seeing, people bash other people on Facebook in this industry. There's enough to go around, so stop bashing everybody else thinking that you're better than everybody else. You're only making yourself look bad. Again, I didn't really want to post this, but I figured, what? A couple people are a little annoyed, like myself, with what's going on out there and everybody bashing everybody else. So as I've said before, check who your sources are. Check your vendors. Check them out. It is what it is. And if you want the real deal, like I said, you can come to my team. We'll be happy to help you or direct you to people that are the real deal and aren't out there. I mean, yes, to make a buck, but that's not our primary thing. Our primary thing is to give our clients the best product legally that there is. Have a great Sunday, everybody.